Have you ever wondered if the time you go to bed matters as long as you get enough hours of sleep? It's a question many of us ponder. We live busy lives. Staying up late feels like the only way to get everything done or to finally have a moment to ourselves. My name is John. I've spent years studying the intricate world of sleep. I want to share something with you that might change the way you think about your nightly routine. It's not just about the quantity of sleep, but the quality and timing. Understanding this simple truth is one of the most powerful things you can do for your long-term health. We will explore a common habit many people think is harmless. We will look at whether going to bed late, even if you sleep in, carries the same health risks as consistently not getting enough sleep. The answer may surprise you. When you finally turn off the lights and your head hits the pillow, it might feel like your body is simply shutting down for the day. But the reality is far more fascinating. Sleep is not a passive state of inactivity. It is an intensely active and meticulously organized period of biological restoration. While you are peacefully unaware, a team of dedicated workers gets busy inside your brain and body. They are cleaning, repairing, and preparing you for the coming day. One of their most important jobs is to clear out metabolic waste that accumulates in the brain while you are awake. This process is vital for preventing cognitive decline. Imagine your brain as a bustling city. When you sleep, the glymphatic system kicks into high gear. It uses cerebrospinal fluid to wash through the brain and flush away toxic proteins. That includes beta amyloid, which is linked to Alzheimer's disease. This nightly deep clean is essential for a healthy, functional mind. Without sufficient quality sleep, these toxins can build up over time. One of the most common questions I hear is, how much sleep do I really need? It's a simple question with a slightly complex answer, but scientific consensus provides a very clear guideline. For the vast majority of adults, the optimal amount of sleep is between 7 and 9 hours per night. This isn't an arbitrary number. It is the result of decades of research involving hundreds of thousands of people from all over the world. Consistently sleeping within this range is associated with the lowest risk of illness and mortality. You might have heard stories about famous leaders or innovators who claim to thrive on just 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night. While compelling, these represent an exceedingly rare biological exception. Less than 1% has a gene allowing 6 hours or less without harm. For the other 99%, routinely getting less than 7 hours accumulates significant sleep debt, with measurable impairments to physical and mental performance. Our need for 7 to 9 hours doesn't fall with age. Patterns change, but the need remains. The idea we need less sleep as we age is a dangerous myth. Duration is the non-negotiable foundation of good sleep hygiene. Now that we understand the importance of getting enough sleep, let's introduce a new layer of complexity: timing. We often talk about short sleep, not getting enough hours of sleep, typically less than 7. But there is another pattern: sleeping late. This refers to a person's chronotype, a natural, genetically influenced preference for sleep timing. Night owls may get a full 8 hours, but their sleep window is shifted later, for example, 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. Short sleep is about quantity. Go to bed at midnight and wake at 5, only 5 hours. Consequences are severe: mood, concentration, immune system, metabolic health. Over time, disease risk rises. Late sleepers face a timing issue, not necessarily deprived by duration, but out of sync with society. Distinction: short sleep equals lack of sleep. Late sleep equals mismatch with the external schedule. We will now explore how this mismatch creates unique health challenges. Let's focus on the experience of the night owl who gets a sufficient quantity of sleep. They live in a world operating on an early schedule: work or school at 8 or 9 a.m. This forces a state of chronic social jet lag: body clock in one time zone, obligations in another. They fight biology, waking when the body is still primed for sleep. Early wake while melatonin is active and core temperature is low leads to sleep inertia, grogginess, disorientation, poor performance. Even with 8 hours, the quality of their waking life is compromised at the day's start. Research shows late chronotypes, even without sleep deprivation, tend to have higher metabolic issues. They may have poorer insulin sensitivity, increasing risk for type 2 diabetes. Unhealthier behaviors often follow from timing, not willpower, such as late meals when digestion isn't primed. This can contribute to weight gain and, over time, metabolic syndrome. The problem isn't the hours slept, but the friction between internal timing and external demands. A life out of sync. Chronic misalignment acts as a low-grade stressor, contributing to inflammation and cardiovascular risk. Now let's turn our attention to the other side of the coin. Short sleep. Consistently getting less than the recommended 7 to 9 hours is widespread and damaging. Many wear short sleep as a badge of honor, but the science is unequivocal. It's a slow-motion disaster for your health. After just one short night, learning, concentration, and memory are significantly impaired. The prefrontal cortex slows, while the amygdala becomes hyperreactive. This is why you feel irritable, impulsive, and emotionally unstable. Short sleep weakens immunity. In one study, under 6 hours made people over 4 times more likely to get sick, drives inflammation, and raises risks of heart disease, stroke, and some cancers. It pushes you toward insulin resistance and prediabetes, while hormones shift, ghrelin up, leptin down, cravings rise, especially for sugary, calorie-dense foods. A dangerous feedback loop emerges. Less sleep, worse appetite signals, more snacking, weight gain. Every major organ system suffers when sleep becomes scarce. To understand why late and short sleep are problematic, we need to talk about your circadian rhythm, the master conductor of biology. Your internal 24-hour clock resides in the suprachiasmatic nucleus, the master pacemaker. It coordinates clocks throughout your body, in your liver, gut, and muscles. It schedules sleep-wake, hormone release, body temperature, and metabolism, evolved to match Earth's day. Light is the most powerful signal, especially morning sunlight. Morning light suppresses melatonin, raises core temperature, and releases alerting hormones like cortisol. Daily morning light anchors your internal clock to the day. Digestion runs best in daytime. Muscle and tissue repair thrive at night while you sleep. Your cognitive abilities peak and dip predictably. Too little sleep cuts repair short. Too late sleep pits behavior against biology. Misalignment turns a synchronized orchestra into dissonance and disease. We have examined 2 habits: sleeping late but getting enough hours, and consistently sleeping too little. Both present clear health challenges. When we weigh the evidence, chronic short sleep is the more dangerous habit. Brain cleaning, aborted. Immune reinforcement, aborted. Cellular repair, aborted. Cut short, night after night. The late sleeper plays at the wrong time. The short sleeper stops halfway. The song is never finished, the body never fully restored. If forced to choose, better a well-rested night owl than a sleep-deprived early bird. Ideally, get enough sleep aligned to your rhythm. But quantity is non-negotiable. We've compared sleeping late with sleeping too little. Your most powerful move: prioritize 7 to 9 hours every night. Establish regularity. Same bedtime, same wake time, even on weekends. Regularity anchors your circadian rhythm. Get 10-15 minutes of morning daylight. It makes mornings easier and nights earlier. Start small. Try 15 minutes earlier tonight. Every minute counts. Sleep is a free, powerful health tool. If this helped, consider subscribing. We'll keep exploring, calmly and clearly. Sweet dreams.